Hi there, everybody. I am going to do predictions for the year 2024. So I'm going to journey and I will stop off at my guide's realm and I will ask some predictions. So it all depends on where is the best place there to gather this information. So I'll close my eyes, I'll imagine myself on a diving board, and then I'll dive headfirst down into the water. And coming to my portal, I will open that, jump down into the tunnel, and then feel myself falling through the rabbit hole really fast, a long way down for the centre of the earth, through the different flames, and then I'll come into the caves of the Nuggers, and then I will go through the Emerald Door out into the lower world. And in the lower world, I will ask my power animal where I should go to get this reading of predictions for 2024. So just give me 1 second. He's saying to go to Masters of the Realm for this, so I'll just follow his advice, even though I don't really feel like doing that, but I'll go ahead. So I'll walk forward through the lower world, and I'll go to the abode of the Masters of the Realm, and sit before them, and I will ask for predictions for 2024, the year ahead. Now, as I get them, I'm going to write them and then I'll repeat them back. So let's just go ahead with this channeling. These are the darkest times on your earth than there has ever been in all recorded history. This dark and cold frequency has not yet fully descended. During the early months of 2024, this frequency will become all-encompassing. Now, did that have anything to do with the COVID? Because it seems there's a Rubicon that was crossed with that COVID thingy, and that was a global event. Since then, we've had the, that's global. Now, what's happening to Palestine? This is global. What happened to Israel? It's global. Then there's the Russia-Ukraine situation. The event of the biological weapon of war allowed to roam your planet was a creation by the Western governments to cull population. What follows is a cull of weakest, less able, and old age groups. More culling of the weakest will follow. Now, will that follow with more biological weapons? The West is leading the cull, and it is by the enemy of God, who you know as Satan. Satan has descended upon the earth and will be allowed to express itself to its fullest. Oh, that'll be fun. The frequency here has allowed this to happen. Satan's seeded has brought this about with no what's the opposite effect of opposite? With no opposition at all. So what happens? Is it a case of Russia and China win? I don't think they can be the good guys, really. It seems like everywhere. Okay. Everywhere has been infiltrated and infected. All powers are run by Satan, and its minions. The earth has been fully taken over by something that has hitherto never been able to reign on earth. Can I ask about this Shaitan figure and what its goal is? Its goal is to obliterate man. Okay, and obliterate all the creations of the All-Father. I'm guessing that's creator. Will man become man will be replaced by robot. Man's mind is being replaced, and soon its body will not be welcome here, because is that because the Shaitan is a spirit? And what about the spirits of? Okay, so spirit will enter the machine. Oh, I see. And so man will become exterminated, and so what will happen? What will happen to the earth itself? The earth itself will eventually be eaten by Shaitan, because earth itself is a creation. First, it removes life forms, then destroys within the earth itself. Okay, so is there no kickback from the spiritual forces of good? The Christ is returning, and there will be a battle point at some time in the future, not 2024. What events do we... Oh, God. Okay. The viruses will increase in power. So advices are keep healthy hearts by cardio exercise daily, vitamins, minerals. Is there anything else we can do? Prayer daily, and a meditation where connection is to the Creator. The Creator is in a stranglehold as regards Earth. Why did this happen? When Earth was birthed, the opposite in the dual universe came about, that which devours. The spirit of what you call evil is the spirit of devouring. Its minions are not human but reptilian, being another species that are intradimensional. It eats human flesh. To this end, children are fed to the minions. Who are currently in fleshy bodies. So reptilian creatures are ET, more or less. So basically, according to David Icke, they were always around. But now what's happened, what's different, a darker faction of this alliance has descended, making it able, as it did not encounter opposition by creator force on Earth, it was able to create a portal where it could descend into the kingdom. What kingdom is that actually? The kingdom of Christ. So, but there's also Muslim countries, and the earth was prevented from this occurring many moons ago due to the sacrifice of the Christ. Therefore, this is a Christic kingdom. Oh, okay. Do we pray to Christ is the best thing? No, no. Focus on the Creator for prayer. Channel the Creator. So you're advising excuse me, you're advising us to keep healthy because the viruses are going to be okay, so the viruses are now being administered by the so-called solution. So many have been loosed already. So they will mutate and form deadlier viruses. Right. Okay. So what are you saying? How do we combat that? So they're saying weight, fitness levels, clean blood. Oh, Jesus. Fruit, veg, food, no meat, because that contains the injections. So that is a way that this is weakening our bodies. So the meat thing, although people tend to think that that is a thing, oh, they don't want us to eat meat, they don't want us to eat, but no, it's unclean. So it's unclean. Water's unclean. The air is also unclean. So how do we combat the air? Okay, so they're basically herbs, cilantro, chlorella, magnesium that we can take to clean our blood. So basically weight has to be normal, fitness levels high, herbal solutions high, minerals, vitamins high, oxygenated body high, and these things, and only by keeping this will you survive. What's the bloody point in surviving, to be honest? Okay, now they're saying that in the upper realms, the spirit realm around Earth is polluted by them, but once you come out of that, using the portals, then you can get to an area that's clear of them. The other beings in the other realms are anti this energy, and it doesn't matter what religious system you're using as long as you come out of this 3D. That's totally polluted by this. Eventually it will be swallowed up into a black hole, and then it will no longer exist. And it's kind of been an adventure of God. The adventure has involved karma. The adventure has learned, but this, the darkness has also unfolded on it. So it can be looked at in one way as a grand and exciting battle. They say to follow the teachings of Christ, such as to not love anybody before God. So when your hand slips away from the beloved, whether it be a child or a husband or parents, that you will not mourn, there will not be gnashing of teeth, because you will reunite in the upper levels, and that faith is most important at this period in time, as is the reading of the Gospels and the words of Christ that has given, and to follow the words of Christ, and also that to not be attached to things, because also that to not be attached to one's homestead, because also that isn't, in some cases it won't be possible to keep one's home, because there is about to be a communist takeover. That will be where China rises up. The Red Dragon will rise, and that will, with the help of Russia, overcome America and parts of Europe, not all, certainly the UK, and there will be a communist takeover, which means people will not own anything and will be encouraged to not own anything. So it's going to be a complete change, and these things will happen rather rapidly. So the answer is basically to have the utmost in fitness, to literally be like a warrior and train like Rocky Balboa, to literally train, to literally believe one is a soldier in an army, because we are all soldiers of Christ, and this is war. This is all out war. There's children being eaten by them. They are part of the Shaitan's army, and they have descended now on earth. And we are soldiers in a battle. If you opt out, then you will be viewed as someone that is on side with Shaitan and will be swallowed up, and your soul will be crushed out when this is eaten in on itself and sucked into the black hole. There will be a rise of the machines, of the AI, and this is evident right now in the war. AI is being used in war already by Russia and America and Israel and us. We're all, America, Israel and us are all one and the same. But there are no white hats or black hats in this. There is only the clinging to Christ in this, and clinging to your own heart and allowing Christ to channel through. So there's no saviors on the outside. This is now going to descend to the frequency that is most helpful for this being. And it's a very low frequency. It's actually lower than what it's at now. So it needs suffering energy, it needs blood sacrifice, it needs all of these things to survive. And its minions know this, and its minions are rushing about, busy trying to facilitate this, because they are part of it, literally, and in human flesh. And they have been promised an earth that belongs to them, an earth free of what they see as peasants and useless eaters, an earth to themselves. And they have been promised that spiritually it can be brought about. So this is what's going on now. And of course, misery is being racked up to its hardest. Part of bringing poorer countries into the richer countries is part of it. It's again to lower that frequency down. This has caused a lot of agony and pain and a lot of confusion, but it is what the minions of Satan have deliberately brought about, and there's no point struggling against it because it's here. The only struggle that can be done is a struggle through connecting with Christ in one's heart and asking daily what can be done and what actions you can take in a Christ-like way. Again, referring to the Gospels and how God went about the battle is what has to be done, and in that way you'll save your soul. As for the hardship of being in a physical body, one must be like a soldier. One must get up every morning and start with the smoothie down the neck and the jog, 3 or 4 mile jogging every day to get one's body tip-top, and this is the way one will survive. One will not survive if one is sedentary, if one is overweight, if one is not as healthy. Keep the blood healthy with things like garlic, chlorella. Keep it pure as you can, and the lungs pure with herbal remedies, mullein teas, things that you can drink, echinacea, herbal stuff, milk thistle. And when the organs are kept pure, the body will be able to receive light energy. There is a chance to channel in light energy from the light ships that are surrounding Earth. There are many light ships surrounding Earth because of what's going on and because of the darkness that's descended. So this planet is now a home of Satan, 100% overtaken and owned, and we are basically on a lockdown of energy. But you can reach outside this realm by prayer, by journeying, by astral traveling, calling it magic and saying, oh, that's the occult, you can't use it. You're very likely to end up imprisoned on the frequency that's here right now. So time to look in another direction for that. Christ was a magician. Christ used the occult. So prayer is the only way out, and the only way out is to connect to the higher realms and to disconnect from planet Earth. And you disconnect by not putting all your love into the earth, by putting your love to the higher things, putting your love back to God and anchoring it in God. So I think now I'm going to come out of there. I'm going to thank them. Pretty bloody grim. And then I'm going to journey back up through the water portal and then open my eyes. And so that was quite interesting. That was a prediction for the year 2024 from the Masters of the Realm from the lower world. And thank you for listening. It's all pretty grim, but hopefully you've made notes and can crack on and survive the best you can. Thanks for listening. And that was for Stacey who asked me to do that. So Happy New Year, everybody. Take good care.